People.
You
How
know,
you doing?
you know where our address is, and she's full of pep, vim, and vigor. So make sure you get some up on .com/smooth 981 FM Lagos and see her bun on the top of her little head. Tega, I don't know why, but I'm just obsessed with your size. I think because it's such a small package, such a giant personality. I don't know how they crammed it all in,
I don't know how.
but it's okay.
But I'm a miracle.
Yes,
A
she is.
walking
She's a
miracle.
miracle wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a bubble of just plain old goodness. By the way, you can also find us up on Twitter. We are at Smooth981FM, and you can use the
Yeah.
hashtag LockerRoom981. Send your WhatsApp messages into 0809 444 And let me tell you why you need to be sending those messages in, because the stories today, oh, are they stories? Los Angeles Lakers eliminated from playoff contention. You know you want to talk about that. And Tiger Woods is set to play the Masters at Augusta National. We have De Bruyne giving cities a single goal lead for Atletico trip, and Real players want to prove their critics wrong. This, according to Thibaut Courtois, who said he's tired of what he considers to be the unfair criticism. Then we have Liverpool cruising past Benfica to take a firm grip on their Champions League tie, and Arteta apologizing for Arsenal's unacceptable performance at Palace.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
This
I see
time.
why you're happy. I don't know about the rest of us, but it's okay. Russian Football Federation has dropped its appeal against the FIFA ban, but they're still going on with UEFA, right? Yeah, we'll be talking about that.
Yeah.
And that's all for today. So make sure you get those messages coming in. Should we go on to the NBA?
Yes, let's go there.
Okay, so people, a season that started with championship promise for the Los Angeles Lakers ended with the pain of failing to even qualify for the play-in tournament. It was a 121-110 loss on Tuesday to the Phoenix Suns, coupled with a 116-97 win by the San Antonio Spurs over the Denver Nuggets, and that officially just eliminated LA from playing contention with 3 games remaining in the regular season. Who would have
Yes.
thunk this?
Okay, so at the start of the season, people were saying at least a 52% chance that the Lakers. That's how many games they're going to win. 52% of their games. It's an 82-game season, so you expect that the Lakers, especially when they had LeBron James, um, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony on their roster, you're like, this is all star
It's
now.
okay, slapping us with
this
stars
is
left, right, and center.
this is showtime. Well, it wasn't so showtime. By the time they lined up against the Phoenix Suns early hours of this morning or last night, depending on which part of the world you are in, uh, the San Antonio Spurs were already leading Denver Nuggets by 7 points, and it was in the fourth quarter. The game was almost over.
There was no hope.
So it already looked hopeless. But they still suited up like they would, and they went on to play, and they lost their 7 consecutive games. Yes.
How?
7 games.
How?
Now you have to understand what happened, how everything just went awry in the Lakers with all those big names that we called. Of the 82 games that Lakers had to play this season, those big names only played 21 games together.
See, see what happens in the World Cup. People get sacked for stuff like this.
Yeah, because Frank Vogel is definitely going to go. However, it was injuries, it's injury after injury, and then there was one time that COVID took over the entire roster. That they even had to now start giving people 10-day contracts. Remember, Isaiah Thomas played for them. Trevor Ariza came in at some point. In fact, there was a time that the roster people were looking at, wait, is this the Los Angeles Lakers that we saw on the website? It was not. It was a completely different team. So there was a lot going on. So injuries, COVID, and players just not even really clicking. Because yes, even with those 21 games that the big names played together, were healthy together, they won only 11 of them. They still lost 10. So
But morale must be low.
Yeah,
right now,
it was not really a poor team, but it was not exactly a bright team. So yes, shocker.
But it wasn't a Lakers team at this point.
It was you would say this is not the first time Lakers have not made it to the playoffs. Even with Kobe Bryant, they missed playoffs one season. But it was just horrible Lakers. So you always saw the big names in street clothes. That's what we're going to call it now. So it is not a good look, but it's not a shocker. It's just shocker for LeBron because I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to have to find a new job.
Let's not talk
Probably going
about
to take up
that.
gardening because he's not had this kind of period in his life in a long
LeBron is
time.
like, since when did I get free
Exactly.
time during the playoffs?
When did I get free time during the playoffs? So I'm going to be a fan now. Is that what you're saying? So shocker for him, but yes, they're out. San Antonio Spurs sealed the last play-in spots. In the Eastern Conference, though, let's start with the Eastern Conference. LeBron James' former team finished number one. Well, so far it's number one in the standings. There's still a few games left. It's number one in the standings. So Miami Heat is in the first spot. Celtics and second spot. Milwaukee Bucks, who everybody thought would take over the Eastern Conference. They are third, but at least they're still guaranteed for the playoffs. The Philadelphia 76ers are in the playoffs in fourth spot. Toronto Raptors in fifth. Chicago Bulls in sixth. Cleveland Cavaliers that LeBron left, his village team is in is in the playoffs. Brooklyn Nets in eighth spot. Atlanta Hawks in ninth and Hornets in 10th. So those are the teams. The play-in teams are Cavaliers, Brooklyn Nets, Hawks, and Hornets. So those are the teams in play-ins. The rest have sealed their playoff spots. For the Western, wait, I've thrown away my Western Conference now. So for the Western Conference, though, it is the um, Golden State Warriors are in the play. Phoenix Suns are leading, but Golden State Warriors are in the playoffs. Who is calling me this morning?
Like
Golden State
technology is
Warriors,
just trying to deal with you right now.
Golden State Warriors, OKC Thunders, Phoenix Suns, LA Clippers, Portland Trail Blazers, Dallas Mavericks, Memphis Grizzlies, Utah Jazz, and Houston are all in the playoffs, but no Lakers. So San Antonio Spurs sneaks into the play-ins, Lakers drop out. I should be happy, but I'm not. Yeah, because I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan.
I don't know what to
But they are
tell you.
going to crash out in the play-in.
Wow, the prediction has been made.
I mean, they made a very good push to the play-ins. They won their last 7 games of the 8 games they played recently. So yes, they made a good push into the play-ins. But I don't know that they have the fuel in their tank to push all the way to the playoffs. They're just not that team.
Well, what are you gonna do when
Oh,
they're just not that team?
yeah.
All right, let's take a look at what's happening in the world of golf. And five-time champion Tiger Woods is planning to play in this week's Masters just 14 months after suffering life-threatening injuries in a car crash. We all remember when that happened, and it was like, whoa, okay, what does that mean for his career? Now, when asked if he thought he could equal Jack Nicklaus's record of 6 victories, he replied, "I do. I don't show up to an event unless I think I can win it." That kind of energy, people.
That kind of confidence is
That kind of mentality. We need it.
Look, if I anyone, I'd just feel like, what's wrong with this man? Let's just beat him on Thursday. Let it end on Thursday. But yes, he's there. He said he's going to try out. He's first going to try out the first 9 holes to see if he's going to go all the way. So, today is when he's going to try out those 9 holes to guarantee that he's ready. But he's confident that he can do it. Remember, he almost lost one leg after this accident. They're thinking of at some point amputating that leg, and now he's
Man, the
getting
comeback is real.
yeah, and he's getting ready for the tournament and talking about I don't show up for tournaments. I'm not sure I'm going to win.
That's it.
If at the other
I'll
people
be
are
that
just like,
guy,
okay,
so
wait,
I'll be the one to just drop clues as to why I might lose. My leg is still, it's still, when it rains, there's pain. So sometimes you never know.
He's not that kind of guy. He doesn't have any humble pie. So I think they need to beat some humility into him. But look, it's always great to see Tiger Woods at a tournament, and the Augustas is Tiger Woods tournament. So regardless of what it is, regardless of the last time he won, how long it has been since he won a major, Tiger Woods showing over the tournament guarantees ticket sales and viewership. So for the golf world, people can say all you want on radio
But
in
it's
Nigeria.
true.
For the golf world, they are excited. They're like, please.
They're like, the money is coming, guys. The
That,
views are
in fact,
coming.
they are going to escort him through those 9 holes today just to ensure that he's high in spirits and he is now ready to sign up for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They just need him there. But yes, it's great to have him back and great to see him competing.
Oh, and Chimabi Victor says up on YouTube that Mr. Reliable Tiger Woods is back and better and stronger. I'm happy he will be playing in this tournament. Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. All right, we've got more stories for you, and do keep your messages coming up on youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos and up on the WhatsApp platform 0809 440 981. And of course, we are taking your messages via Twitter. Hashtag LockerRoom981 to us at Smooth981FM. Okay, so Pep Guardiola praised Manchester City's patience after Kevin De Bruyne broke Atletico Madrid's stubborn resistance to clinch a 1-0 win in Tuesday's Champions League quarterfinals first leg.
Yes. So, first of all, I would say this though. They did get a good result at the end of the ninth, but I don't understand how teams understand that Atletico Madrid play devil football. Sorry, that football is demonic. It's not that they're just sitting deep. It's that they will frustrate every inspiring, optimistic, hopeful spirit in you.
Say, football of the spirit, people.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
And then they will hit you on the counter. They almost shocked Manchester City yesterday, but they would frustrate you for so long. And then just when you are lulled into the sense that these people are not coming for much, they just want to sit deep and not lose. Then you see Antoine Griezmann just hopping to the other side of your goal. It was ridiculous what they did yesterday. Antoine Griezmann took on 3 defenders, then crossed the ball to João Felix. And if João Felix had just done something a little sensible with that ball, it would have been Pep Guardiola just crying on the sidelines because there was no way he was going to come back to win this tie. But what it is that, yes, Manchester City kept going and kept going. But for me, I don't think they pushed well enough. The good news for them is that they have X factors on the bench. And so when Pep Guardiola sends in Phil Foden, by the time the team resets, nobody was really picking up Phil Foden. He makes a pass to Kevin De Bruyne in the 18-yard box. Kevin De Bruyne puts the ball in the back of the net, goal. And then he creates a second chance, of which Kevin De Bruyne didn't really take advantage of because he was looking for a cross as opposed to trying to beat the goalkeeper at his near post. But for me, it was just the fact that coaches don't prepare for Diego Simeone. Like, he's going to do this. He's going to frustrate you. He's going to... Why?
Are you sure that they prepare, but they're just never
That
prepared?
I can tell you. I can guarantee you that Jurgen Klopp will not try this thing that Pep Guardiola was doing. Slow and steady wins the race. Let's be patient. We have the quality players to get to go. Jurgen Klopp will not try it again because Atletico Madrid have dealt with him before. So he knows from the blast of the whistle, he's just going to rush them like white rice. There's nothing that is happening. He's going to deal with them. So
this is the mark of a smart person or a smart team.
Yeah.
Learn from the other teams. Disastrous.
I think the only thing I keep saying it was that extra quality that Man City have, that gave them this lone goal lead. Now, the reason why this is a great result is that they didn't concede at home, and Atletico Madrid will be the team under pressure in the second leg because they are the ones at home. I'm trying not to concede against a Manchester City side that always find a way to score a goal. That's why this is a great result. Because on a normal day, 1-0 is not the kind of result that you can take and sleep well at night. But because you know that Manchester City is a team that scores and Atletico Madrid is a team that doesn't score as many goals and are now under pressure to get a win at home, that's why this is happening. Away goal rule don't count at the end of the day in the Champions League anymore. So you just score the highest number of goals and you're through to the next round. If not, this is not a good result. Because at some point I was just wondering, why is Pep Guardiola so patient with these people? Doesn't he know that these people will lull you and eventually you lose the tie? Then it's just the way they play. It's frustrating, but it's effective. So yes, it's a 1-0 win for Manchester City. But yeah, it looks like a good result right now.
All right, and we are taking a very quick break, but we will be back with more sports and your comments up on WhatsApp and up on Twitter. We'll give you the platforms and how you can access the conversation after this. I was going to read it, but...
okay, when we come back, we'll take that result. I'm so sick. I need to eat.
She's so sick, people. Tega made it through the well, it wasn't raining when she came, but I'm going to add it for effect. She made it through the rain, she made it through the illness, she made it through the lack of light and the traffic that builds up very early in the morning, all to bring you the locker room. Where's her food? Where's her accolades? Give her
But
flowers.
I don't have any appetite. Oh.
Oh yeah, she's not hungry. I'll eat the food on her behalf. Just bring it.
I'm
Tega,
the
don't
sick
worry.
one.
There's a solution for every problem, people. There's a
What
solution
manner of
for every
friendship is
problem.
this? I'm sick. You're supposed to encourage me to eat.
I'm happy you. We're going back in studio. All right, and here we are back with more inside the locker room.
And Judas Iscariot. That's all I can call you now.
Oh, whatever. The YouTube people know what happened. You can send your messages in to youtube.com/smooth981fm Lagos in the comments up on the live stream. And you can also send WhatsApp messages in to 0809 444 Meanwhile, I'm up on Twitter. We are at smooth981fm. Tega is at Tega Supreme. Tag us in your comments using the hashtag lockerroom981 to let us know what you think about the stories. Going over to Taya's message up on WhatsApp. Taya said, Atletico Madrid didn't offer a resistance. It was a lockdown with perimeter fencing. Whilst Chimabi Victor up on YouTube says, Atega, please, what is devil football again? Is this another formation in football? Because I need clarity. Well, for Manchester City, they deserved that victory last night.
They went. They just kept going. You could just see the frustration build up. I was like, yeah, but you are playing with these people. You don't know who they are. And they're just going to frustrate you. But yeah, bad day. For Atletico, I don't think it's such a horrible result. I just think with a 1-0 score line going away from the Etihad, it'd be tough not to see Manchester City go through. If it was goalless, then we know that second leg at the Wanda Metropolitano, they died there. But we won't go. It's a bit.
It's a bit tricky. All right, so we've got more on Real Madrid now. Real Madrid goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois said he's tired of what he considers unfair criticism that's being leveled at the club. He said, and I'm quoting him now, I feel it is always the same. People always doubt and question Real Madrid even after our best moments. And that's what he had to say at a news conference on Tuesday, just as his team are preparing to face last season's Champions League winners Chelsea in the first leg of their quarterfinal clash today.
Well,
Wednesday.
people would always question because they don't play confident football. It's almost like they are how would I put it? They're what they call this? How do they say this thing in English? Wuru wuru to the answer. They didn't really get they don't really get the steps you know when you're doing maths, they don't really get the steps, they just get the answer correctly. So that's exactly what they are. That's the way their football looks. They're just getting the answers right, but they're not getting the formula correct. That's what it is. So you would see during the match, if you're a Real Madrid fan, you have no nails left. You have chewed them off. Because by the time you see the starting lineup, first of all, you're wondering, why is this person starting in this position? Why didn't this person start? What is Ancelotti trying to do? Why do we have to break our heads? Then when they start playing the match and you see all the heart in mouth moments that they have, that's where the problem is. That's why there's no confidence. So there will always be doubt. I think Real Madrid always have to win before their fans can now breathe a sigh of relief. Like, okay, okay. It's, the 90 minutes of torture is over. And that's where the criticisms come from. It's not necessarily that people are not acknowledging their success. It's just that we have to be tortured through your success. Why do we have to be tortured? Why can't you just play brilliant football at some point and people say, okay, this was a good match. And that's where it is. And then they face a Chelsea side that, yes, Chelsea had a bad weekend, losing 4-1 to Brentford. But that same Chelsea side have dominated Europe. Even last season when they fired the coach halfway, they've come back this season, won the FIFA Club World Cup, have played brilliantly all through the Champions League. So it's not, in as much as they had that hiccup moment over the weekend, you still trust this Chelsea side to come out and give an excellent display on its good day. So it's something.
Now I don't want to know what the Chelsea fans have to say.
It's something to worry about. Yes, the Chelsea fans they're a little humbled now because of that.
Are you people listening to what Tega is saying?
They're a little humbled now because of that loss to Brentford. But they still have a side that can come out and deliver the result. So people will always question Real Madrid. But what it means for the new Chelsea is that today is set up for popcorn. Just grab a popcorn, put extra butter in it, and if you're like me, extra sugar. Just get ready to
Wow.
watch great football because that's what is going to be between Real Madrid and Chelsea tonight.
Meanwhile, Tega Ronson begs to differ. He says Madrid have played some exhilarating football sometimes.
Sometimes.
And Cruz says down is trial and error.
I'm telling
Trial
you.
and error.
That's what they're doing.
While Chimalbi Victor says, for me, Chelsea versus Real will end in a score draw, and for Villarreal versus Bayern Munich, they will murder Villarreal 5-1. Liverpool and Manchester City victory last night didn't come as a surprise at all.
All right.
Okay. And speaking about Liverpool, they took charge of their Champions League quarterfinal against Benfica on Tuesday as Sadio Mane, Ibrahim Konate, and Luis Diaz gave them a 3-1 lead after the first leg in Lisbon.
That one was to be expected. In fact, I think the shocker was that it was no more goals if you watch the game, because it was almost as if every time Liverpool had the ball, it was going towards Benfica's goal, there was a certain goal coming up. Salah has had a pretty horrible, rough February and March, and it's not looking like a good start to April. Because I saw two chances that the Salah of old would have buried. But he's in a deep in form at the moment. I don't know if he's still heartbroken over the exit from the World Cup like I am. I think that's the cause of my malaria.
She actually said that yesterday. She was like, I'm sick, but I think it's more heartbreak.
I think it's heartbreak. So I think we're in the same moment, but it was not the same Salah. And if Salah were the same Salah before, he'd have scored a few more goals. It would have been worse than 3-1. But 3-1 is a respectable result for Benfica to be able to tell their children that they played a football
They
match.
should be blessing Salah right now. Thank you for, just chilling for us.
All right, so let's get to the Arsenal story. Now, Arsenal fans, I gave Chelsea fans their moment to call. It was a safe period.
Arsenal fans. Okay, we're listening.
So this is a safe moment for you to call now. We know it was a hard time on Monday, but we have created a safe space in locker room. So you can call these numbers.
I'm just very excited. 0144899981 because finally Arsenal fans get a say on this.
All right. We're giving you this moment to call because we want to talk about that match on Monday. And let's hear from Mikel Arteta first before we talk about that match.
Yeah, okay. And he's apologized for his team's unacceptable performance in Monday's 3-0 Premier League defeat at Crystal Palace. He said, we weren't at the races today, especially in the first half. We were late to every ball, soft in the duels, and didn't earn the right to play. Well,
he has said it. They didn't even earn it. For him to say they didn't earn the right to play. Watching that match, though, there were many frustrating moments. Oh, Arsenal fans are already calling.
See, that's the thing. When you allow us a chance to speak, we can speak, even if it's painful. Hello? Good morning. Hiya, what's your name and your location?
Rosin, you're not an Arsenal fan, but talk on their behalf, yes.
Yes, anyway, it's a very hard time to be an Arsenal fan and also be a Nigerian fan. So, because Nigeria will break your heart, Arsenal will also break your heart. So
no respite. All right, that's what he said.
It. Yeah, thank you. Oh, by the way, I just realized that Arsenal fans may not even want to call at this point.
Well,
but no, call.
It's a safe moment. But I would say this: watching the match, Lacazette didn't have a brilliant moment. So for me, I didn't understand why Mikel Arteta left Lacazette on the pitch for 90 minutes. I think he was playing for the other side. You remember when Benzema was saying, "Don't give him the ball." I think that's what the Arsenal players should have been saying to Lacazette. Don't give Lacazette the ball. He's playing for the other side. He had a horrible game, and the more he tried to force positivity, the worse it got.
Arteta was crafting his apology speech while all of this was going on. That's what you need to know. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, what's your name and location?
This is Ibuku. I'm calling from Share.
Ibuku, okay.
Go right ahead.
You see, this whole thing is a case of small London.
This weekend, I mean.
Collected their own from Brentford. One lot of it is London. Now, Crystal Palace beat Arsenal. It's one lot of it is London. It's not collective.
Thank you for your. I don't know if that's a safe space moment or that's a mockery. I think that was a mockery.
That was not a
Arsenal fans. You need to come up and defend yourself.
But
yes, it was a
Let's take another call. I know you want. Don't worry, you'll say it after this. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, somebody's in a somber mood. What's your name and your location?
Okay, Victor calling from Aja.
Okay, Victor from Aja, go ahead.
All right, so talking about the loss, it was expected if you ask me because this was just after the international break, and most teams when they come back after the international break, they don't really play so well. Talking about some teams, and it happened for Arsenal. However, Arsenal as a team, whenever they play some of these small teams in London, talking about teams like Crystal Palace or something, these are big teams for Arsenal. It could be either a win or, it could either be a draw or a loss. It can also be a loss. But however, the man of the loss is what I'm really worried about. Losing 3-2 to Crystal Palace at this crucial period. When we're looking at qualifying, for Champions League, is really worried for me. But however, going forward, we still have 2 more matches, to play and see how can spend that possible. So, we're still good, whichever way you look at it, we're still fine. So, it's no worries for us now. So far, so good.
All right, I like that. See, that's a real Arsenal fan. He still has that game in hand, Chad. Let's not be counting those points. Because think about it, Arsenal still have to face, what am I saying? Arsenal will face Chelsea, Tottenham, Manchester United. I don't know if I'm hopeful.
Until the very life has been beaten out of them, there's always hope in the end.
All right. Spoken by a true Arsenal
I'm just
fan.
saying there's always hope. Okay, let's go over to your messages. And Cruz says, wow, so Arsenal have started wasting their jokers. And all of us were helping them count games in hand. Teka told us that game in hand does mean automatic 3 points irrespective of form, but we didn't listen. Arsenal fans, there's still hope to make Europa. Yeah, he does the running man emoji left, right, and center. See, I was choking on your words, Cruz. I hope you heard that. And Emma from Lagos says, Tega Swan Pop is coming. Goes on saying, Smooth FM must win with the analyst from the locker room.
No, we don't do that here. We organize the tournament. We don't play in tournaments.
Yeah.
I
never seen her running up and down the pitch, please. And Emeka from Mamua says the Arsenal loss, I feel, was just a blip, and they'll come back stronger against Brighton this weekend. However, Kieran Tierney's injury till the end of the season, and that Tavares that played in his place should just quit football and start selling shawarma instead. He was so poor.
Hi.
Whilst Ronston says, caller, point of correction, Southampton
is not a London
club.
Yes, it's not a London club. Okay,
all right,
so go right ahead.
Okay, we've got like a minute left, so let's very quickly talk about Russia.
Yes, let's just talk about Russia. They read the room, basically. So
and dropped their appeal.
So they've decided not to appeal their ban from the World Cup. They're supposed to play against Poland because the ban from World Cup, Poland just moved on ahead. So what it is they've decided that they're not going to appeal again. But for other sports, they said they're going to keep the case in court for CAS to continue. So I think this is a question of the federation thing, because maybe the football federation was like, no, let's not do this. Nobody wants us there.
Yeah.
But the other people are like, that's people's own. We are still going to go ahead. So yeah, I think they just read the room and decided it was over.
They're like, it's okay. We know. All right, and that is that for the locker room, but not for the conversation, because Tega is up on Twitter and she is always tweeting. You can go and show her some love because it's been a tough week for her. Yeah, at Tega Supreme up on Twitter. And Ladies in Sports International Conference is coming up very, very soon. When is May? Next month, in fact. So make sure you check out LIS International. No A between the last N and L. LIS International up on Twitter and Instagram so that you can get all of the updates. All right. And that's it, Tega. Thank you.
So let me go and look for pepper soup now. Bye-bye.
You know what to send her. Goodbye, Tega. Coming up, Lagos, you will be talking at 9.
Women calling you during